I was turning on the light in my room. Hello there.
Hey man, how you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good.
So,
Yeah,
I know this is a very unpopular opinion.
yeah.
As you can tell in the title, I believe that Kobe Bryant is the GOAT.
Okay. Now we're gonna have a lot of sports disagreements because your emblem there is a Boston sign, and I'm a Yankee, so we're gonna hate each other. But um, why? Why do you think he's the best player of all time?
uh, I'm going to ask you one question because I think there's only one justifiable answer to this question.
Okay.
If Kobe is not the GOAT, then who is?
Oh my God. There's 10 guys that go in, 20 guys that go in front of him, dude.
Oof.
There's five guys
Eek.
that played at the same time as him that go ahead of him.
Who are those five?
LeBron,
Stop.
Shaq.
That.
Stop. Stop.
Stop.
LeBron,
Stop.
wait a minute, wait a second. Now, let's get real here. Let's get serious. Did LeBron ever once play on a team that was as bad as the last 3 or 4 years of Kobe's teams? Ever?
The last 3 or 4 years?
Yeah, not once. Every time LeBron goes to a team, they're instantly a 60-win team.
All right. In Kobe's defense, though, obviously, these past 3 or 4 years, Kobe Bryant was a shell of himself,
Yeah,
and he was injured most of these past 3 or 4 years.
okay.
2013, he tore his Achilles. 14, it was the knee fracture.
Mm.
2015, it was the torn labrum.
Are
I
you
think I think I'm a year ahead, but 2015 was this last season. 2015 to
I know
16.
he was all banged up. Are you a Lakers fan?
Yes, I am.
Okay, all right. So I can understand you loving your guy. I get
Mm-hmm.
that. I totally get it. And I'm not saying he wasn't a great player, but he's not the best player of all time.
Putting LeBron
Michael
over him.
Jordan, man. Michael Jordan. Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt
All
Chamberlain.
right, Wilt Chamberlain played in an era in the 60s or 70s where that's a very controversial era. You don't have big men nearly as tall as Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah,
If
but
you put Wilt Chamberlain in today's modern day NBA, I don't think he would be.
are you serious?
I'm not saying he wouldn't be a legend, but he wouldn't be nowhere near as good as he was at that time.
Dude, he would have scored 100 points like 5 times every year.
Oh,
These guys,
Lord.
big men now can't play. They stink. The big men now are nothing compared to the ones that were playing when Wilt played. They stink.
It's a new era.
Yeah, but they're soft, man. He would dominate guys.
I can name many, what's it called, big men in this league that are not soft. Draymond Green, definitely not soft.
He would take Draymond
Of
Green.
course, he's got like 5 inches on Draymond Green.
All right, well, you named him. That was your pick.
I'm saying that's not soft. No, I'm not saying going against Wilt Chamberlain. I'm saying that aren't soft.
And
Because I feel as if there's a big misconception of softness in this modern day NBA.
No, it is soft. It's not a misconception. It's totally soft. Who in this league right now can D up Wilt Chamberlain?
Realistically?
Nobody. They don't exist. There's not one player in this league that could, except maybe LeBron. That's the only reasonable exception. Anybody else would get hammered to death. To death.
Nate Robinson.
Nate Robinson.
I was fucking with you on that one.
Come on, man. There's a lot. Listen, I'm not trying to say that Kobe Bryant wasn't a great player because everybody knows he was a great player. But those guys back then, I mean, I can name, like I said, there's 20 guys that go ahead of Kobe Bryant.
I would not even say, if you're going to put 20 people ahead of Kobe, I think that's just blasphemous. I would not put 20.
I can name them. It wouldn't even take that long, man.
Go ahead.
Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell. Let's see who else here.
I know realistically you're not going to name 20 instantly off the top of your head, but I mean, I just want to get a general feel as to.
I mean, that was about 10 right there.
Okay.
Shaq, dude. Shaq, your own guy. He was better than Kobe.
If you're putting accolades side to side, no. No.
What do you mean? He won more titles.
Shaq won. Okay, Shaq didn't win more than 5. He won 3 in LA. He won 1 in Miami, and that was it.
No. He won 4 in LA, didn't he?
No, it was just a three-peat.
He wasn't there for the 4th one.
Nah, he wasn't there in 08 or 09, I mean.
And then he won in Miami.
And then he went to Phoenix.
He didn't play.
No. He went to Boston like in 07, like before they got hella good. And then And then he went to like Phoenix, and then his career pretty much dwindled down after that.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I can't see anybody putting him as the best player of all time. It's just crazy to me. As good as he was, he's a great player. But I mean, come on, man. There's better players out there.
Out of all the guys that you named off the top of your head, the only like I said, the only justifiable answer I'm gonna give you is Michael Jordan. I don't understand why you could put a sidekick of Scottie Pippen above.
Because
Scottie Pippen was a hell of a defensive player, one of the best defensive small forwards to ever play the game.
He was a freak.
Mm-hmm.
Was a dominant player on any other team. He just got overshadowed by maybe the best player of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you can't listen. I mean, you could say the era, you could say whatever, but Wilt Chamberlain averaged 60 points for a whole season. Wilt Chamberlain played every minute of every game for 10 years.
Put him in the modern day NBA, he's not putting up 60. He's going against dudes half his size in that era. Now you got 7-footers in the league. It's a different game.
But he played an era with no 3-point shot, and he could make that shot, and he still scored all those points. And he forget just the 60 points a game. He was averaging 20 rebounds a game too. 20, not 20.
That era, there was not as much size in that era back then. If you put him in, he will not.
He played against better players than playing now. Tougher, stronger, more defensive-minded players that would dominate today defensively. The guys today don't play defense, man. They don't. There's only a select few guys that play real defense in the league right now.
Davis, Leonard, Jordan.
There's some. There's a few. But for the most part, back then the whole team would play hard serious defense. Mm-hmm. It's not like that.
But still, if you're not going against size that match up equally to you, then of course you're gonna play tough. What the hell, if I got a 7-footer on me, I'm gonna bust my ass, but I'm still gonna get dogged. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but Bill Russell was there, man. He played against Bill Russell.
That's the only big man at that like.
Wait a minute, that's not the only one. What about Willis Reed? What about Tiny Archibald? What about there was a lot of big time players back then.
Nate Archibald was a point guard. He wasn't a big man.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. But still, there was. Listen, I'll say it again. I mean, I know he was a great player, and I'm not trying to diminish him, but he's just not the best player in the world.
Kobe Bryant reached 30,000 before Wilt Chamberlain. Kobe Bryant reached 30,000 younger than Wilt Chamberlain was when he reached 30,000.
Yeah, but he also.
So I mean, trying to put Wilt as I'm not trying to diminish that 60-point season because let's be real here, we're never gonna see that ever again. Never.
No.
I'm not trying to diminish it. It's arguably the greatest season in NBA history. Maybe you put Oscar Robertson's triple-double season up there. Mm-hmm. But I mean, like Kobe Bryant has proved in his career. I mean, that he's a better. Well, I'm not going to say he's not going to drop a 60-point season, but in terms of all-time scoring, I mean, he's got to those points that Wilt Chamberlain reached faster in his career. He was a younger player at the time.
He also had a 3-point shot to help him.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, well, his 3-point.
He shot a lot of 3-point.
Not only,
and he got a lot more opportunities at the foul line because they call everything now, especially for a star player like him. Back then, they didn't call anything. Wilt didn't get to shoot free throws.
Isn't it the NBA record for most free throws in a game, Wilt Chamberlain?
Well, maybe, but that's one game. I mean, on the whole, he did. I can almost guarantee he didn't shoot as many free throws as Kobe did.
I'm honestly kind of curious as to how many.
Yeah, me too, but I don't think so because they didn't call nearly as many fouls back then.
Oh yeah, well I mean, there's been a lot of. You can't really. Oh, sorry, my earbud fell out. You can't really. I know you're not trying to blame Kobe for the change of era, but I mean, like it's a new era. Unfortunately, like it'd be awesome to see old school play in the new school era, and new school play in the old school era. You know what I mean? Like, I wish. Yeah. I wish it was the way it is, but like, I mean, at the same time. It's not necessarily Kobe's fault that he's going to the foul line so often, but I really don't think that's as big of a key to his all-time scoring position as people make it seem. You know what I mean? Because Kobe is one of the only players. Kobe is hands down one of the best players in the history of this league that can create a shot in an instant. Before Curry did it, it was Kobe who was making his shots like nothing, or not making opportunities, giving himself opportunities to shoot off the dribble.
But
double teamed.
He's no LeBron James.
That right there. That.
He's just. There's things that LeBron can do on a basketball court that Kobe could never dream of doing.
Such as.
I'll
give you his passing.
The passing, for one, because Kobe didn't even attempt to pass.
That's a pretty big misconception, too. I mean, he's the only person in the 30,000 point club with over 6,000 assists.
Well, how many people are in the 30,000 point club?
Him, MJ, Kareem, Will. I don't know if there's any more, but those are the only ones that came off the top of my head.
All right. Well, that's something, but still, I mean, that's going to end because LeBron's going to have 30,000 points and, who knows how many assists. way more assists. And he'll have way more titles when it's all said and done. And
I don't see that. I'm not going to say – I can't see that, in all honesty.
Well, it's going to happen. What do you mean you can't see? He's already
winning more than 5?
He's already got 4, doesn't he?
3. He won 2.
No.
He's 2-4 all time in the finals in his career. Or 3-4, I mean.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he won. He lost in 2007 with Cleveland. That was his first finals appearance. He lost against the Spurs. Then he didn't make the finals again until his first year in Miami when they lost. Then they beat the OKC. Then they beat San Antonio. Then they lost to San Antonio. And then they lost to Golden State. And then they beat Golden State. So 3-4.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but you got to realize he's only, what is he? How old is he?
LeBron would be 32 this season.
Yeah, so he's got a ways to go.
I wouldn't say ways.
He's got 8 years to go. Look at him, man. He's a dominant force.
Definitely. There's no arguing that.
He is a dominant. He hasn't lost a step. In fact, he's gotten better as an overall player. He's not as good as a scorer as he was when he first came up, but as an overall player, his game is way improved. His defensive game is just crazy.
He didn't even make a defensive team this year in the NBA.
Yeah, well, they don't know how to vote for that. That's nonsense anyway.
I think that first defense team is honestly accurate.
Yeah, well, if they didn't vote for him, it's not accurate. Because
how? Kawhi Leonard is a much better defender than LeBron James.
No, he's not. No, he's
not.
No.
Right now, Kawhi Leonard is a better defender than LeBron James.
There's nobody better than LeBron James.
On defense?
On anything.
On anything.
Yes, it may be shooting.
No one's a better. Okay, I was about to say it. No one's a better.
That's it.
Chris Paul is a better passer than LeBron James.
They're the same. They're just as good.
Definitely not.
It's more chances to pass.
LeBron is a point forward on his team.
Yeah, but he's got a real point guard too that also has to have the ball and distribute. He's got Kyrie Irving on the team. He has to pass more than LeBron does.
Definitely. What's it called? But there are better defenders in this league than LeBron James. There are better rebounders in this league than LeBron James.
If you gave me any pick of any player in the whole league, there is no way it would even take me more than 1 second to think about it, and it would be LeBron James every time.
Well, I think anybody in the damn planet would agree with you. I agree with you.
All right. Well, then that's all we need to know.
On that point. But
LeBron in his prime versus Kobe in his prime. Who are you taking?
You already know what the fuck I'm taking.
Yeah, I know who you're taking because you're biased. But if you're not biased, you know you're taking LeBron.
I wouldn't say that. I'm not gonna say that me being a Lakers fan is the only reason why I appreciate Kobe Bryant so much.
It is because
I'm not gonna say it's the only reason why.
I'm totally unbiased, and I know both guys are great players, and I know who I'm taking, and it's not gonna take me that long to think about it because the guy is a top 3 player of all time.
LeBron James is.
Yeah. When it's all said and done, dude, he is a monster. He is a monster. And he's clutch. He just drags teams to places they shouldn't even be in single-handedly.
2008, 2009, 2010. I mean, he ain't the only one dragging all these teams.
Hey, what about his first year when he took the Cavs, who stunk, to the finals and almost won it by himself?
Got swept in San Antonio.
But every game he was
That's not almost winning the finals. They got swept.
But the team stunk without him. Do you understand? He was the only player on the team.
Same with Kobe Bryant in 08, 09, and 010. Kobe Bryant was the league MVP in 2008, Finals MVP in 2009, 2010. Who the hell is going to freaking take – who's a better player? Derek Fisher? You're going to put Derek Fisher? Come on.
Kobe Bryant had players on his team.
Such as?
Well, you can name them. It's your team. You know that they have
I
better
can
players.
name players, but
Go ahead.
dude, they're all right. They had Ron
Better
Artest.
than
Ron Artest was their starting small forward. Okay.
clutch player, solid player, clutch. Can't deny he's clutch.
Defensive. Okay.
Yeah.
They
Good
had.
player.
Excuse me, Derek Fisher. Okay, Derek Fisher was a facilitator. Derek Fisher was not a. Derek Fisher was
Not
a game. He was nothing more than a game manager.
better than Mo Williams, who stinks.
Honestly,
Oh, come on.
Mo Williams is nice. Mo Williams is nice.
No, he's not. He stinks.
I'm being sarcastic. I'm being fucked.
Well,
Who else? Okay. Andrew Bynum was shit.
Yeah, but at that time, was he really shit? He
was he
actually halfway.
He was no. He looked good because of the team he was on, but when he got traded to Philadelphia, he didn't do a damn thing in Philadelphia or Cleveland or anything else in his career.
Yeah, you might be right about him. Who else did they have? They had Odom, right?
Lamar. Oh, never mind. I said at a previous point that Ron Artest is their starting small forward. Lamar Odom was their starting small forward. Lamar Odom, I forgot about him. He was in a hospital. For God knows how long. Completely fell off the face of the earth. That's pretty sad, though. I felt really bad for the guy.
Player, but he's not too bright. But dude, they had players that when LeBron left Cleveland, they went from being a 60-win team to being a 15-win team. They dropped off the face of the earth completely, and they didn't lose any other players, just him.
Mm-hmm.
No other player has that impact. Not one. You could put LeBron James on any team in the league, and I mean any, capital A, and that team is going to the finals next year. Doesn't matter what team.
I'm not going to say any team.
Any team, capital A.
Can't put him on the Lakers. He will not take us to the final.
Oh, yes, he would.
What the fuck?
So he would take you there instantly because he's that good.
No.
You would love it. You'd be.
I would love if LeBron James was on my team. What the hell? I think anybody would, but
of course, because he'll take you to the finals immediately.
Shit. Definitely not the Lakers.
Yes, even the Lakers. The Lakers now are not as bad as Cleveland was then.
Oh, definitely not. Because during Kobe's tail end of his career, he was getting injured and stuff, and the Lakers were dweller sellers. Okay.
Cellar dwellers.
Cellar. You know what the fuck I was trying to say, all right? While we were one of the worst teams in the league, I'm just gonna say that because that's a lot easier to say. Thankfully we had assets. We had high lottery picks. We got Russell, Randall, Clarkson, Brandon Ingram. I mean, we're not as bad as Cleveland was back then, but at the same time, when LeBron left Cleveland, it was kind of cold turkey with Kobe Bryant being injured and stuff. It wasn't as if it was kind of the knife was easier going in for Lakers fans, I feel, than it was for Cleveland fans.
If you take LeBron James and you compare him now with a Laker team that has some young players and some young talent against him then with a Cavs team that absolutely stunk.
They had Big Daddy Z, Ilgauskas.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, come on. Yeah, you can't. I mean, the guy is just good. And I don't even like him, but he's just that good.
This isn't relevant in this debate in any way, shape, or form, but I'm just asking, what NBA team are you a fan of?
What's that?
I said this isn't really relevant in any way, shape, or form to the argument, but what's your favorite NBA team?
Well, that's a funny thing.
Are you more just a fan of the sport?
Well, I'm not even that big of a fan of the sport, to be honest with you. It's a weird thing.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up a Knicks fan, and it was not easy. And I honestly never was that huge of a basketball fan, and I got so fed up with how terrible the Knicks are that I kind of just dropped out. And now I'll watch the big teams. I don't root for anybody. I'm totally down the middle on basketball. I'll just watch and I'll see who's the best team.
I know a lot of people like that's really fine.
Yeah, so I don't pick a team, and I never try to be a fan again because I don't like bandwagon jumpers. But I'm really not a fan of any NBA team anymore.
I don't blame you. I know a lot of people that they don't really want to commit to something. They just want to enjoy the sport for what it is.
Yeah, I'm a much bigger baseball, football, and hockey fan than I am basketball.
Football-wise, who you repping?
The Jets.
I'm going to show you something. You're going to get pissed off. All right, I'll be right back. So my teams are all over the place, okay? I'm a Los Angeles Laker fan, but with justifiable reasons, okay? The Boston Red Sox are my favorite baseball team because at the age of 4 years old, That was my first T-ball team. And ever since then, I don't know what the hell. I've always liked the Red Sox. All right.
All right.
And then the Los Angeles Lakers. I grew up, because I'm from California, I grew up with my dad at the age of 4 and 5 watching Kobe and Shaq. And my dad's a diehard LA Dodger, diehard LA Lakers, diehard LA Kings, you name it. So that's how I got underneath the ring. But my favorite football team, I'll be right back. Let me put on the jersey.
Don't even listen. If it's a Patriots jersey, just
it's not a Patriots jersey.
Okay, all right.
What's going on, man?
Woo. Oh, you're every bit as sad as I am, then.
Yes. It's you want to talk about rough? Don't even talk to me about being a Dolphins fan. It fucking sucks.
Neither of us are old enough, but if we were old enough, we'd both know that you guys actually had some success, and we always have stunk.
Definitely. So, we've had success, but I mean,
ours was
40 years ago, our success wasn't that far apart, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Football is hard. Football is not, man.
In my opinion, it's much easier to rebuild in the NBA than it is in the NFL.
Well, yeah. You only need a good player in the NBA.
Yeah.
And you'll be right. Yeah.
Hey.
What about baseball?
What's that?
What about baseball?
Boston.
Oh, yeah, Boston. I'm an idiot. I mean hockey. That's what I meant to say.
For me, I'm not really that big on hockey. So, I mean,
okay.
I watch like the playoffs and stuff, but I'm not really big on anybody.
Okay. All right.
I don't follow the sport to be a fan of it, in my opinion.
What's that?
I said I don't follow the sport enough to be a fan of a certain team, in my opinion.
All right. Fair enough. Geez, so you're Dolphins and Red Sox. I'm Yankees and Jets. This is terrible.
Man. Hey, I tell you what, though. You guys are going to have a hell of a season in New York this year. We're just going to be at the bottom of the AFC East again.
We'll be right there with you. No, we're not going to be any good.
Honestly, I don't know if you agree with me, but I feel as if Fitzpatrick last season was a fluke.
Oh, yeah. Total fluke. Total fluke.
There's a lot of people out there that would kill me for saying that, but let's be real here. Dude's been shit his entire career, then he has one great season.
And the Jets are dopey enough to pay him $12 million. It's the Jets.
Mm-hmm. But it feels as if, in all honesty, you're going to have Geno Smith under center over him.
Well, they both stink, so why pay one guy? What's the difference? It's just wasted money. We should have drafted the kid that ended up in Denver. That's what we should have did.
Paxton Lynch? Yeah.
It's going to be good, man. They had their chance at him, and they let him go, as always.
They're going to start him. What the hell? They're going to start Mark Sanchez or Trevor Siemian. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, they're going to let him grow for you. Denver knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Denver's not stupid.
Yeah.
They're going to let him grow here. He'll learn, and then he'll go in and play, and he'll be great, too, like all the other quarterbacks they always have.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, man. So I guess we figured that out. I mean, I still disagree with you, but I can see why you love him. I mean, he's your guy.
More than just a fan, though. Looking at the stats and stuff, I mean,
he's a great player. No, he's not a great player, but I just can't say he's the best.
If you had to rank him all time, where would you put him?
It's hard to say. I have to count.
I think in everybody's eyes, he should crack at least the top 12.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot closer. Yeah, somewhere hanging around 10.
I can respect that. As long as he is in the conversation of if you're in the top 10, in my opinion, you are considered one of the greatest. As long as the NBA fan can realize he is one of the greatest of all time, and obviously you have to dwell a lot deeper into statistics and all that to try to prove he's the greatest player of all time. And I don't like to sit here and read numbers, so I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, no, he's definitely one of the best. I just wouldn't call him the best.
That's respectable.
Yeah. All right, man.
Peace. Go Dolphins.